Ruchi Soya is giving me sleepless nights. How could I miss it? Now I am talking about it with a deep sense of regret. The veteran investor Shankar Sharma, also the vice chairman and joint MD of First Global, said in an interview with CNBC TV 18. Interestingly, Ruchi Soya made a surprising bull run when it was relisted on January 27, 2020. The unstoppable rally in the shares of Ruchi Soya Industries, which Baba Ramdev's Patanjali Group acquired last year in a bankruptcy sale, has made the edible oil maker one of the top 60 companies on Dalal Street in terms of market capitalization. Ruchi Soya was taken over by Patanjali Ayurveda on December 18 through the bankruptcy process. Ruchi Soya, under the huge debt of 9,300 crore rupees to Standard Chartered Bank and HSBC, was dragged to the National Company Law Tribunal. The Patanjali Ayurveda, by paying the banks around 48% of their debt, acquired Ruchi Soya. Currently, out of the company's 29.58 crore outstanding shares, Patanjali Group holds 98.87% shares which are locked in for 3 years, and the remaining 33.4 lakhs shares are held by 82,000 public shareholders. The company on relisting had fundamental reasons to be far better than the pre-NCLT Ruchi Soya. The restructuring had knocked off 9,300 crore rupees of its old debt, and the new promoters had infused 4,300 crore rupees via equity, debt and preference shares to restart the company. The balance sheet was thus much lighter on debt and much healthier on equity. After getting relisted on January 27, the stock has soared 8,818% to close at 1,507 rupees on the 26th of June. This has raised the market value of the company to 44,600 crore rupees from 500 crore rupees in just 103 sessions. While COVID-19 was partly responsible for the operational loss in Q4, it is unlikely that the exponential rise in the stock price from 16 rupees and 10 paise on January 27, when it listed, to 1,519 rupees at close on Friday, June 26, is because of the future growth prospects of the company's Vanaspati and edible oils business. Traders are clearly banking on the hope that Patanjali may reverse merge Patanjali Ayurveda with Ruchi Soya. The company on Friday posted a net loss of 41.24 crore rupees for the quarter ended March 31 against a net profit of 32.10 crore rupees posted for the corresponding quarter last year. Net sales came in at 3,190.96 crore rupees, up 1.42% from 3,146.33 crore rupees in March quarter of 2019. In the December quarter, profit before exceptional items and tax grew 24 times to 151 crore rupees from 6.29 crore rupees in the year-ago period, even as revenues grew 7% to 3,713 crore rupees from 3,474 crore rupees. In an interview with the leading newspaper, Patanjali's owner said that for the year ended March 2020, the combined revenues of Patanjali and Ruchi Soya is around 25,000 crore rupees, and that the two will together hit revenues of 50,000 crore rupees to 1 lakh rupees crore in the next 5 years. He has also reportedly spoken of a combined revenue target of 35,000 and 40,000 crore rupees for the current fiscal. Patanjali Ayurveda reported revenues of 3,562 crore rupees for the first half of FY20, but the company did not share a net profit figure. Also, while Ruchi Soya made revenues of 13,117 crore rupees in financial year 2020, its operational profits were only 210 crore rupees, and it reported an operational loss in Q4. For the retail investor, there isn't enough data in the public domain to justify a market cap of 44,592 crore rupees. Thus, market experts raise concerns over the true reflection of the company. They said that it is only after if the Patanjali Group brings down its stake, the stock will reflect its true value.